start redox reactions.
Yeah.
It's a great little concept. Okay. Yeah. Let me share the screen. Your curriculum is Cbse, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
So redox reactions is one of the concept in grade 11. So let me explain it. So do you have an idea, Arun, what is redox reaction?
Well, like a reaction that involves the transfer of electrons
Very
from
good.
What do you say?
Yeah, that's okay. Transfer of electrons from one atom to another atom.
Another.
Okay. So during the transfer, two processes will happen. One is what? One will loses the electron.
And the
One
other
will
gaining electron.
the losing process, the loss of electron, that process we can call it as oxidation. Right.
Yeah.
The process which is gaining electron, that is called as reduction.
Reduction.
Clear? So oxidation means loss of lose of electron. Reduction means gain of electron. Good. So once it loses electrons, the species will get which charge here? What is the charge the species will achieve here? Once after losing the electrons. If let's say any atom, if it is losing electron, so what charge it will get?
A negative.
Losing electron will get always positive. Let's say sodium is there. Yes. If sodium lost electron, then it will get positive.
And gaining is.
If any species, if it gains electron, then it will get negative. Can you give me an example of the element which is gaining electron?
Cl chlorine.
Cl, right? Chlorine. Any other examples other than chlorine?
H2O.
What about fluorine? Is it will gain
electron?
Okay, no issues. So chlorine will gains the electron. After gaining electron, it will get a negative charge.
Yeah.
Okay. The species, whichever so losing electron, we can call it as reducing agents. Reducing agent. The species, whichever so gaining electron and it is undergoing reduction, that is called as oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. Understand?
Yeah,
so if you see here, oxidation, the substance which is undergoing oxidation, we are calling as reducing agent, opposite. Right?
Yeah,
and the substance which is undergoing reduction, we are calling as oxidizing agent.
agent.
Okay. Now I'll give few examples. You have to identify whether it is losing or gaining. So I'll give charges also. Based on the charges, you have to identify. Let's say Mg plus 2 is there. F minus is there. S minus 2. Li plus. So in this, out of these four species, tell me which one is losing electrons, which are gaining electrons.
Mg2 and Li plus is losing electrons.
Very good. So if it is losing electrons means what we can call to this species?
Oxidizing. No,
yes. Losing electrons means? I will show here. Reducing agent. So these two categorized under?
Reducing agent.
Reducing agents. What about these two?
They are oxidizing agents.
That means which process it is undergoing?
Gain of electron.
Gain of electrons. Very good. So let's see here, Mg plus 2 is there. Based on its charge, can you identify how many electrons it is losing?
2.
2 electrons. Very good. Here?
1.
1 electron. Here sulfur?
Sulfur gains 2.
Gaining 2 electrons. Very good. So now I don't want to give any charges. You have to identify whether it is lose or gain. Okay. Let's say oxygen. This is a symbol for oxygen atom. Okay. O. O is the symbol for oxygen atom. Can you tell me its atomic number?
12.
Oxygen atomic number is 8.
Yeah.
Right? Atomic number is 8. So if it is having atomic number 8, how many electrons it will be having? If it is having 8 atomic number, so how many number of electrons it will be having? Any guess?
6.
Okay, no issues. Now let's see any atom. If it is having atomic number 8, that means it must be having 8
8.
electrons. Always remember atomic number equals to number of electrons. 8 electrons are number of protons also. 8 protons. Right. Inside the atom, what will be there inside the atom? Protons, electrons will be there, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
So always atomic number designates number of electrons and number of protons. Okay. Now I'll give few examples. You have to identify how many electrons are there, how many protons are there. Those numbers, we have to memorize it.
Okay.
Okay. Up to at least for grade 11, you have to memorize till 20 elements. So at present, I am giving the numbers. You have to identify how many electrons are there, how many protons are there. Got it?
Okay.
An atomic number is designated with the letter Z.
Mm.
Okay. Now let's see lithium. I mentioned here atomic number is 3. So can you tell me now how many number of electrons it will be having?
3.
If 3 is the atomic number, yes, good. Number of electrons will be 3. How many number of protons it must be having?
3.
3. Always electrons number, proton number equals to electron number. Number of positive charges equals to number of negative charges. So tell me which one is positive charge here, which one is negative charge?
Ma'am?
Which one is positive charge, which one is negative charge? In between
Proton,
electron and proton.
proton is positive and electron is negative.
Negative. Very good. Next is, so I'll give one more element, sulfur. Its atomic number is 16. So tell me how many electrons are there, how many protons are there?
16 electrons and 16 protons.
16 electrons and 16 protons.
Correct.
Good. Yes. If I say, let's see here, phosphorus. I mentioned 15 electrons. So I'm asking you, what is its atomic number? So what do you say?
15.
15. 15 is the atomic number. Right. Now you understood.
Mm.
So based on its atomic number, we can predict whether atom is losing electron or gaining electron.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's see. Let's take sodium. Sodium atomic number is 11. That means it is having how many electrons?
11.
11 electrons. Okay, that is good. So can you arrange these electrons in the shells of the atom?
Yeah, K, L, M, and first shell will have 2.
Very good. So first nucleus I'm drawing here. Okay. Once nucleus is done, first shell you add 2 electrons. What about second shell?
I don't know by proper numbering.
No issues. I will tell you. First shell is 2. Okay. 2 electrons. Second
Okay.
shell, 8 electrons.
Third shell 16, fourth shell 32.
16 electrons. Fourth shell, 32 electrons. Very good. You remembered. Now, tell me first shell 2 electrons I have filled. What about third, second shell?
Rest 8.
8 electrons. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What about third shell? Out of 11, 10 electrons got filled.
Yeah, so third shell will have only 1 electron.
Third shell will have only 1 electron. Right?
Yeah.
Third shell is having only 1 electron. So remember, what is this last shell we can call here?
K, L, M.
M is the last shell. Okay, fine. Is there any specific name for this outermost shell?
Valence shell.
Valence shell. Very good. And these electrons, what we can call these electrons?
Valency.
Valence electrons.
Okay.
Valence electrons. Now, remember, any atom in its valence shell, if it is having 1 electron, 2 electron, or 3 electron, it involves in losing.
Okay.
It involves in losing of electrons. Let's say if any atom, if it is having only 1 electron, that means it loses that 1 electron out. Why it is losing electrons here? Because let's see if it loses 1 electron.
To have equilibrium.
To have stability. Stability, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
To have stability, almost the atoms, these atoms will lose this electron. But which atoms are losing electron? You have to remember this trick. 1 electron means if any atom, if it is having 1 electron, then 1 electron get lost. Then 2 electrons, this is also loses 2. 3, 3. Then if it loses 1 electron, it will get positive, 1 charge. Positive 2.
Plus 2.
Positive 2.
Plus.
Now I'll write one element. You have to identify what it will do, whether it will loses or gains. Aluminium, atomic number is 30. Okay. Tell me its configuration.
Ma'am,
Means how you will fill the electrons in the atom.
first shell 2, and then second shell 8, and third shell 3.
Hard shell 3. So last shell contains how many electrons here?
3.
3 electrons. So what it will do? Is it loses or gains?
Loses.
Loses. After losing, what is its charge?
Plus 3.
Plus 3. If it is losing, means which process it is undergoing?
Oxidizing.
Oxidation process. If it is undergoing oxidation, what is this reagent?
Reducing agent.
Very good. Reducing agent. Now this is clear. How we are getting this reducing agent. Next is, I will take fluorine now. So have you remembered what is the fluorine atomic number?
No, ma'am.
Okay, no issues. Fluorine atomic number is 9.
Okay.
So fill the electrons in the shell.
2, 8, and 1.
9 means 2, 8, 1. If you put, how many electrons you will get here?
I'm sorry.
Wrong, no?
2, 7.
2 is correct. Afterwards,
7.
out of 9, you have filled 2.
7.
7. So last shell contains how many electrons around?
7.
7 electrons. So is it possible to lose here?
No.
No. So what it will do, it will gains the electron. How many it will gain?
1.
For getting stability, 1. So remember always, if any atom, if it is having 6 electrons, 7 electrons, or 5 electrons in its valence shell, it will gain the electron.
Okay.
5, 6, 7. 5 electrons are there means how many it has to gain?
3.
Very good. 3. 6 electrons are there means?
2.
7 electrons means?
1.
1. So after gaining 3 electrons, what is the charge of the atom?
Minus 3.
Yes. Here?
Minus 2.
Minus. Very good. So now tell me, it is gaining the electron, fluorine. After gaining, its charge become 8.
8.
So what is its charge now?
Fl minus.
Minus. So which process it is undergoing?
Reducing.
That means it is undergoing reduction. Okay.
Yeah.
If this is undergoing reduction. And what is the agent we can call if it is undergoing reduction?
Oxidizing agent.
Oxidizing agent. Very good. So for knowing individual element is very easy. Just by writing valence and we can figure out whether it is losing or gain based on the valency electrons.